Hi, I'm Greg. I'm currently doing my PhD, my first year of it in physics, coming off honours in physics last year, and before that was my Bachelor of Science with majors in math and physics. Yeah, there's something elegant, I think is the right word, about mathematics, where you have a kind of logic and reasoning. You come up with an answer that can either be right or wrong. There's no politics, there's no religion, there's no kind of how things change with, like the zeitgeist, I think is the right word, where how people's ideas change over time. Something that's true in mathematics is true for all of time, like all of eternity. And so things that were being developed by Egyptians and Babylonians many centuries ago are still what we kind of learn in school and can kind of relate on that kind of level. Yeah, it's something I quite like about math. I think one of the things was I was quite a competitive person, so it's easy to compete with people in a math test where you have a nice score out of something else, whereas like an English essay, you could kind of argue about who was more correct or whatnot, but I think that started off that kind of, and it came easily, I think is the right kind of, I guess there's some people who it just kind of clicks for. I remember I used to get in trouble earlier on when we first started learning algebra, because they wanted you to slowly disassemble it piece by piece and you do all the different operations, but you could just go straight to the answer. And I used to do no working out and get in trouble all the time, like why? It's obvious. And it took a while to realize that it wasn't obvious to everyone. I think that might have been one of the first things, like, oh, this might be something I'll follow up. Yeah, my two favourite teachers were both math teachers. Not sure whether that's cause or effect, like maybe I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the subject, or maybe other way around, I enjoyed the subject because they were excellent. But yeah, I think they were really good because you could see they both had a kind of a passion for it and enjoyed it. And one of my absolute favourite, you could see he saw the rest of it kind of he could put it in a higher framework. We'd be talking about something and in the middle he'd just shoot off and say where it's used, or something else interesting that's completely different. And yeah, I think that made it quite entertaining. I remember he was telling us about, there was a 17th century fellow, Fermat, who put forward the idea that anything bigger than 2 in the power has no integer solutions, and that's taken 300 years to prove, and every great mathematician along the times had a shot at it. He was telling us his stories about the great Leonhard Euler and Sophie Germain, and all these fellows have all had an attempt and all added to this proof. It was only just proven just recently, like 2002 or something like that. And it's kind of nice to see these kind of themes running kind of through history, I guess, and all these other great people are having a shot at it. I think just the ability to reason logically from a starting point to kind of a finishing point, yeah, surely there'd be a lot less problems in the world if everyone could kind of think logically, and mathematics epitomizes logic and reasoning. So yeah, just the general methodology of solving equations from your start to your finish and making sure all your assumptions are satisfied and taking all the steps one step at a time is something that applies to kind of everything. I love my kind of obsession for a while there was playing poker, and no one else was using it, but mathematics is such an essential part of poker, not just odds and things which are likely. You need to know how much you should be playing these cards, whatnot, but other things like you'd have to mix your bluffs and value bets at the right kind of ratio, or else someone could pick you off. The teachers I've had have all been quite, especially the lecturers here as well, have all been quite clever, intelligent people, that they're also very good communicators. They can get the point across, and being able to go and see them at any time about anything else, you can just rock up and talk to them about whether math or whatever, and then being able to answer. I think if you enjoy it, that'll come across, I think. So if you enjoy it and think it's important, then so I guess should your students, and hopefully they'll follow that up. Yeah. I think, yeah, enjoying it is pretty much the crucial point.